Hello, everybody out there all across the land. Of course, you know you're tuned in to the Keith Harris Show, Industry International. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in today and every day as usual. It's a wonderful Friday. And of course, we are ending off the week with a very special guest. We're honored to have this young lady on the phone. She's been doing a lot of wonderful things, and we're getting ready to talk to her now. We have the one and only Molly Seals. How you doing, Molly?
I'm great, thank you. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful. It's Friday. It's raining over this way, so it's actually kind of peaceful. You know what I mean?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Sunny where I am.
Look, nothing wrong with that. I know that's right. You out on the West Coast? Where you at right now?
I am. I'm in Nevada.
Okay, Nevada. Yeah, it's always it's probably hot out there right now, ain't it?
It really is. We used to get 4 seasons, and it seems lately that we don't get winter anymore.
Yeah.
We're getting some California weather pushing over our way.
Yeah, I know. Like I was saying earlier, it's my intent to get ready to move out there soon, and some people that I know out there. I'm focusing on getting a place. I'm strict. Whatever crib I get has got to have a pool in the yard because
okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Right, because I'm hearing how hot it is out there. I'm like, okay, but
I think you'll be able to find a place with a pool for sure.
Oh yeah, you know what? I have. I gotta be honest.
Okay.
I have already. But okay, listen. Now on to you. You're doing big things. We'll get into that, in just a short while, and talk about the whole, American Idol deal going on. But first of all, where did your love for music really begin at? Were you one of the girls going around with your friends and you're the one singing and everybody's like, okay, Molly, you got the voice, or just how did it start for you?
I wish I had one of those stories that, I've been singing ever since I could walk, and it wasn't really the case. It was just, for some reason, around the age of 16 was really when I decided that I was going to do something with this. And my brother always had bands, and I asked him one day during band practice, can I be the lead singer? And so him and the band, they're all standing there looking at me, and they go, okay, well, sing something for us. And I thought, how silly is that? I'm not going to sing in front of everyone. I just want to be the lead singer. And they told me, you're not in the band. No, you're not. So it was just, I was singing in my room, and I loved it, and then it just kind of, I ventured from my room.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you just kind of, well, now, I have to ask, now, how did you know when you just wanted to start singing, but did you know that you had the voice for it at the time?
No. Luckily, my brother was definitely that support that I needed, and I first auditioned for American Idol when I was 16, and he was the one that told my mom, I think you've got to take her. I think this is something that you should do. And we're driving to San Francisco, my mom and I, and my mom looks at me and goes, so you sing? And I thought, oh, you're my support. You're supposed to be backing me up no matter what.
Oh, wow. Y'all are already on the way.
Yeah. So it was just, I guess I knew deep down I could do it, but I just didn't share it with anyone. And then after that, my mom, any chance she got, she was like, sing for this person, sing for this group. And just that little bit of singing in front of people got rid of my fear of singing.
You know what? That's a real heavy confidence right there and having it in you, because a lot of people have so many people, a lot of people in your position have everyone behind them saying, hey, you can do this, and they're kind of getting pushed into about what they hear, but you just knew within yourself. You didn't need the cheering squad.
Yeah. I love having it now because I have it now and it's wonderful, but I guess in that beginning I just needed myself.
Oh, okay. Now, when you started playing guitar, okay, you started playing the guitar. Yeah. How did that begin for you?
Well, my brother bought me my guitar when I was 17, and I had this. My passion is definitely with singing rather than playing the guitar. But when you're with a group of people, it's so much easier to pick up a guitar and sing, and then you're kind of an entertainment for everyone rather than just be the person that says, "Hold on, let me sing a song." Because then everyone's kind of like, "Okay, what are we doing?" Right. But if you own that guitar, you're more of an entertainer. Right. So I just told myself, I'll learn how to play so that I can entertain.
So you were able to actually just kind of incorporate that. Now that made it easier for you to write your own, because you're writing your own songs too, right?
I am, yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it definitely it is. It's all been, they all kind of like my little playing guitar or singing. They all kind of just feel like it's something that I do, but they're all working so well together that I guess it was all to happen. Because I got the guitar, started playing, and then it was just I was able to then just write songs.
Oh, okay. So that was. Now, when you are doing your songs, do you ever, think about having drums? When you, do you ever incorporate any other musicians into your songs and stuff?
I would love to, and I think that I'm starting to get closer to that point. Mm-hmm. And up until just recently, it's just been I do open mic nights here in town, or I'll play for different little shows or whatever. It hasn't been anything on a bigger scale. Right. And I guess I never really thought, I should probably get a band together. But my brother's drummer that he had in his band, he was working with me on one of my recent shows, and he told me, I think that we need to get a full band together, because I'll be your drummer for sure. And that was like, it kind of sparked something, and I thought, maybe I do need a band.
Yeah, you've got everybody you need right there, which is pretty good. Yes. You got all of that support right there with you to just jump in and say, hey, let's do it. And it's good that they are behind you. Now, you're doing country. Now, do you predominantly sing country songs?
I do, yes. Even the covers that I do that aren't country songs, they just tend to have a country feel to them. Mm-hmm.
Country music in general, there's a lot of feeling to country music. I mean, you get that down home feel. It's modern, but yet it's still simplistic. It's not too overboard. That's really one of the things I like about country music, because I listen to country as well, and it gives you it gives you that clean, wholesome feeling behind the lyrics. Where do you get your inspiration for the songs that you write?
Definitely everyday experiences, and it's always funny. My mom always asks me, "Well, how to write a song?" And she always gives me these ideas of how about you write a song about how beautiful today is. And my songs really just come to me, and I wish that they would come faster than they do, because sometimes I'll go a long period of time without writing a new song. But they seem to just I get inspired by something that has happened, and I'm able to just sit down and write the song.
It's always the best way like that. Sometimes you might be out, riding around in a car. Like you say, you just have a beautiful day, and you're like, let me write about this. What's the longest, if I can ask, what is the longest time it's ever took you to write a song? Like, have you ever just ran into writer's block? Like it happens to almost everybody, authors, script writers. Has it happened to you before?
Yes, definitely. And I'm in the process. I have one song that I started a few months ago, and I'm able, it's just I can't figure out what I want to do with the chorus, and so I like what I have so far, and I like the way it sounds. I just can't get past the one point, and you need a chorus in your song.
And isn't that the hardest part? Sometimes trying to write that chorus, it's like you got the song, but you can't figure how do you come up with a chorus. That that's something I probably have. I know I've asked that question before, but just in a different genre of music like that, is it easier to write the lyrics, or is it easier to come up with the hook to the song, or does it just depend?
I think it kind of depends, but I think for me, I'm better with like the lyrics and the verses of the song, because that's where I'm really able to kind of tell the story, and then you just need that chorus to really hook it all together. And I guess I think that's probably where I have my biggest problem, is just making sure you have those few lines to really tie the song together.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because I know I used to write songs, as a matter of fact, and that was the hardest part. I may have three verses. I have 3 verses to my song, and I'm trying to put a hook together that stays on topic with everything, and that can get difficult at times.
Yes, definitely.
Right. Now, okay. Going on, moving on. I mean, you've made a great accomplishment, and you've made it on to American Idol. Now, let me ask you, how? Well, okay, but then you said you auditioned or attempted. Now, did you audition or attempt to audition? You said at 16 years old. This was before, right?
Yes, yeah. I auditioned at the age of 16, 17, and 18, and then I kind of just felt really defeated and thought, maybe that's not my avenue, and then this year they were in Reno, and that's where I live, and so I thought, if I don't try this, and if I don't go for it one more time, I'm just silly. And I did, and it paid off.
You know what? You are right. You would have been silly to not have gone for it. I have to say,
Yes.
because you did
Yes.
well. And that answers the question, because before you said that you had auditioned before, I was actually going to ask you, how did you find out about the auditions? But I guess, you just hear about that they're having them there, and then you go do it. What was it like when you first went to that audition? I mean, I know you've performed in other venues, but being there, was that like the biggest goosebumps you ever had, or could you handle it because you're used to it?
No, it's definitely, it is a different kind of nervous that you have, because at a show or at a gig, I have a set amount of time. I have 30 minutes that I can show you what I can do, and I have different songs, and I have different ways to show you what I'm capable of doing with my voice. But for American Idol, you've got 20 to 30 seconds to show these people what you're made of, and it puts a lot of pressure on them.
Wow. I can only imagine, you know what I mean, to be able to do that. And you obviously are a master of your craft to be able to have done that. What were your family's reactions like, when you made it through that first audition? They were going crazy, I bet, weren't they?
I think it was so crazy for all of us, because it happened something that I had gone through before. And, when I first started out, I didn't have the experience that I have now. And so we were just so used to, it's a good try, but, there are a lot of people that don't get through it. So we kind of all have that feeling of, it might not work out this year, but it's okay because we gave it a shot. So the fact that I got through, I think we were all just kind of, we were trying to soak it in as much as we could.
Right. After, and I know you obviously still talk to, a lot of the friends that you have, because you're doing this, but then you're still able to just have your normal life that you just live on a daily basis. You still get to communicate with your friends and things, right?
Definitely, yes.
Right. Now, you're in the cosmetology as well?
I am.
Wow. Okay.
I knew that I needed your everyday regular day job, because this is a hard industry to get into. If you don't have the right people at the right times, and you're not putting your all into this isn't something that's just handed to you and set right in front of you. You can take it when you want it. This is something you've really got to work for, and so I knew I needed a paycheck while I was trying to make this happen.
You know what? That is wonderful advice. A lot of people and everybody out there listening, and people who are trying to follow in those footsteps, what Molly just said is very important. It's a difficult industry, regardless as to what side you go into when you get into the entertainment field. So definitely have something to fall back on. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you, Molly?
I'm 22.
Oh, wow. Okay. So see, you're still young. You got your head on straight, and it's good that you understood that at the same time. Now,
yes,
how do you? Let me ask you: Does the phone ring a lot more for you now? Do you get a lot more friend requests on Facebook and things like that?
Yes. So much to the point that it's like I have to laugh, because I'm thinking it's still good old Molly here.
Yeah, right. And I can imagine that, and being the type of artist that you are, and creating, country songs, you still have that down home attitude towards you. So this never goes to your head, and that is a really good thing.
Yeah.
What's a regular day like for Molly? I mean, when you're not performing. Let me ask you though, do you? I assume you have to practice a lot more in your spare time though, right? Now.
Yeah, definitely. It's you've got to work it in and have it be something that's just, you do it every day, because you never know when something's going to come up where they say, hey, can you do a gig here tonight? And I want to make sure I'm prepared with songs. I don't want it to have to be something where, I don't think I can take that one because I don't have a set put together. So you've got to make sure you're always prepared for anything.
Right. Now, listen, before we get out of here, I'm going to ask you in a second to give shout outs to everybody that you want to send special shout outs to, and anybody you want to give your thank yous to. But first, I want to ask you, listen, you're a huge inspiration, obviously, Molly, to so many aspiring artists out there, guys and girls alike. All right. If you could give them, you're welcome. If you could give them a piece of advice, if you will, on how to stay focused, positive, and ambitious about going out and making their goals happen as you did, what would you say to the people?
I would have to tell people, you have to do it for yourself. This has to be something that you love, that this is what you want to do. Because if you're going out there and you're thinking, oh, I just want to do this because I want people to know who I am, or I want people to stop me and say hello because you know my face, then I think that you might have the wrong direction that you're going. It has to be something that you love, because it's going to be hard, and there are going to be so many times for a while that nobody knows who you are, and you're going to really have to work for, hey, let me have this gig. I promise I can do this. But if you love it, it's going to be so worth it in the end. Right.
And you know, once again, okay, now, shout-outs. Thank you. Shout-outs to anybody you want to give to.
Well, of course, my family. My family, they are my support system. They are my rock. And if I didn't have them, I don't think that I would be able to keep pushing through. A thank you to Buxom Records. They have been working with me and recording some of my stuff. Amplified Entertainment. Ken, thank you for believing in me. It's just wonderful to have the support that I have.
Wow. Listen, you know, you are amazing. Okay, listen, you know, you're 22 years old. You're doing this. It seems like you got your head on straight. I can tell you're not floating around, and you're able. It sounds like you're able to handle all of this in a really calm and casual way, and I think that's very important for somebody in your position, because you're focused, you're down to earth, and you know what you've got to do. And you know, we want to just say kudos to you for that, first of all. You're very welcome. Listen, Molly, you're amazing. We congratulate you on all your success, and we wish you all the best in the future. We support you. We want you to keep doing your thing. You're extremely talented, and we know you're going to go far, and you're welcome back here on the show at any time. Later on, as a matter of fact, we'll get in touch, and we'll have you back on sometime.
Perfect. I love that. Thank you so much.
Listen, Molly, it's been amazing talking to you. Everybody out there all across the world, all across the globe, you've been listening to the Keith Harris Show, Industry International, with the one and only Molly Seals. Make sure I know everybody's watching the show. I know everybody's tuned into it. Make sure you keep up. Make sure you give her your support. And Molly, it's been wonderful talking to you, and we'll be hearing from you again soon.
Thank you so much.
All right. Big shout outs to you and your whole team and your family too, Molly.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was Molly Seals, everybody. American Idol contestant right here on the Keith Harris Show, Industry International. Wonderful attitude. We love it. It's positive. You know, for everybody out there who wants to follow their goals and are aspiring to do their thing, take some notes and take advice from someone and let it inspire you. I know when you watch these people doing their thing, you know, take it seriously. They put a lot of work, hard work and effort into what they do, and it's amazing. And we cannot express how proud of Molly Seals we are for doing what she does. Keep making that good country music. We can't wait to hear more from you, Molly. And as we said before, you're welcome here at any time. You're listening to the Keith Harris Show, Industry International, right here on Hotline Radio. Make sure you don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with more after these